Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is w.i.t.c.h.aholic. I talk about a lot of things like my favorite fandoms. So I'm actually taking a break, a very short break from w.i.t.c.h. and I'm making this video about Miraculous Ladybug because that is one of my favorite shows of all time and I love it. So just want to make my video about my thoughts on it and some similarities I've noticed between it and which. Now, this will be the only video I'll make on it for now. I may make more on it in the future. Um, so just to let you know, I probably will make videos on it and other fandoms not making sense after I finish that with which. Okay, onto the video. First of all, Thomas Astruck actually worked on the Witch cartoon, so it could be why I'm finding some similarities between the two. I think it would be cool if the two were in the same universe. I'll talk about that a little later. So first, similarities. Both shows were supposed to be darker, which I know which was supposed to be much darker. But then um, once Disney got it and it became a success, well, maybe this before it became a success, but they made them change the direction, and it was marketed towards like young girls. And it's still kind of dark, but not as dark as it was supposed to be. Miraculous Ladybug was also, I don't know if it's supposed to be darker, but it was going to be for older kids, but now it's aimed at children. And both shows, though, which was a comic that became a show, so I'm really talking about the comic. So both universes, they also they just have like an appeal, a certain appeal that makes it so popular, even among adults, even though they're aimed at children. They both have a lot of things that, when you think about it, just makes you go, huh? What were the authors thinking? Were they even thinking at all? And I find it very funny that this is like a thing among the Miraculous Ladybug fandom, that everyone admits that, yeah, there's a lot of things that don't make sense and everything. And I don't see that with Witch a lot. Like, I've seen other people discuss plot holes, but as far as I know, I'm the only one like really discussing it and making videos. But I guess it's because it's more obscure. Also, by which all us adult fans, are friends because we read it when we were younger. And Miraculous has adult fans now. So I guess it's because they're watching it now, and they're noticing it. And it's also really popular. And one similarity with Witch is also that Witch was really popular back in the day with kids, but it became obscure because there were poor sales, because the plots and the writing just really didn't make sense. Like, it took it to a whole new level. Like, for example, there were two villains, one in the sixth arc, one in the eighth arc, who were from Earth, where again magic, you know, was not really a thing, and they somehow knew who the Guardians were, and they decided to destroy them. Like, that was, I just couldn't wrap my head around it. Like, authors, you need to explain that. Like, why would they? Also, one villain apparently had magic. In fact, in earlier um arcs, we also saw like there were like magical people. Like, it seemed like there was some knowledge of magic, and in the eighth arc, we actually see like there's all these kids who have powers. They even found adults with powers, but like magic is still like mostly hidden, and like no, there's no like conspiracy theories going around. Like, do you know what's going on in Heatherfield and whatever? So that was like odd. So, though the thing is with Miraculous Ladybug, while it's also popular, even though there's things that don't make sense, the writing is improving. Season 4, it's like just yes, yes. Now, why couldn't they have done this from the beginning? Like Marinette, figured out the magical charms. Gabriel is a competent villain. Even though he's not really a villain, he's pretending to be one, which, though he seems to enjoy it a bit too much and everything. Like, so it probably will be popular for a long time because the writing is improving, and it seems they'll make at least one more season. So hopefully the writing will improve more again, which I really hope it will. But I also hope they like explain things, like the miraculous seem to be like hidden, with like it's not something people know about. Like, even though they know, okay, there's Ladybug and Cat Noir, it doesn't seem that they know about the miraculouses, but we see like there were plenty of other heroes who had them. And that kind of thing just doesn't make sense, in all these shows where magic is a part of the world, but it's hidden. Like, wouldn't this stuff be common knowledge? Like, at least in Harry Potter, they have the Aurors obliviating the muggles. So, okay, that makes sense, why they remained hidden. But in this and Witch, it's like how? Is it like a secret or not? How can it be a secret if like it's such a part of the universe? Especially Miraculous Ladybug. Like, they have superheroes just running around, and it's like, but like, it's still not really like a thing. Like it seems to be like hidden, right? Like, there's no like discussion about like, oh, it's probably because the miraculous is um they have, which, yeah, because I don't think like the regular people of Paris know about the miraculouses, though we do see like, again, there's like the picture of a ancient ladybug, in the museum, and there were all these holders. So like, what? And then, excuse me, and then there's the specials, which show like there's also, these lost miraculouses and everything. Which, by the way, like, how did they become lost and everything? Um, yeah. So that's, I think, all the similarities, really. I want to talk about briefly about a crossover, right? Because they do have similarities and everything. I think it would be really cool if, again, they were confirmed to be in the same universe, but again, like if Witch was rebooted in the in the future and Miraculous was still going strong, I think it would be great if like they were both part of the same universe, but like there are like differences and stuff. So like I don't know if it really would make sense because crossovers should make sense. Um, there's also again like if Witch comes back, it'll probably be a reboot. Also, speaking of reboots, like Miraculous, yeah, like the writing is improving, but at the same time, like this is a show that I think they need a reboot again, just to make stuff make sense. So it's kind of funny. Like, yes, I want to see what's gonna go on, so I want them to continue, but at the same time, I'm just thinking, like, people, you need to, like, just reboot the show and everything, and, like, make your universe make sense. So that's funny. Even though usually reboots are, like, so ridiculous and because it's not needed and people don't want it. For this show, and which I'm just screaming in my head like, writers, you obviously didn't think this through, just, reboot it, pretend the first version didn't exist, start a universe that makes sense. So, yeah, so I think, especially if, the identities still aren't revealed. I think they should have that all the next season, wait a little bit and then reboot it. The Speaking of reboots though, yeah, it's kind of funny cuz like even if you need it, it's like you can't really pretend the first part didn't exist. So how do you do it? But yeah, I love to know what you guys think. Should they like reboot it, Miraculous already? Or very, short or very soon. And speaking of reboots, I read that Disney was trying to reboot Witch as part of the Marvel universe, and Miraculous Ladybug does have superheroes, so especially, with the MCU being, them doing a really good job. I think it would be so cool if all three were in the same universe. But again, has to make sense. Um, I think I'm like done. Again, this was just more like rambling on. So thank you for listening. Um, and yeah, which like I don't know. I think if it's rebooted as part of a universe, I think it should be done as part of Marvel. I mean, I like both, but now I'm really thinking like, imagine Witch and Miraculous in the same universe. Like, I think that would be a cool idea if done well. Okay, so I guess that's it. Um, Again, I'll probably make, Miraculous Ladybug doesn't make sense videos. I'll probably make those videos for a lot of franchises actually after I finish up with Witch. And Again, thanks for watching. I will probably have another video posted later this week. I didn't get video editing software yet, and I know pictures make them more interesting, so please let me know if it's like a deal breaker. Like if you really need the pictures or you don't care either way. Um okay, I will see you later. Thanks for watching.